We love hip
There's some
hop.
new music that's out right now. Bundog has a new song with Enima. Let me see if I can find a music video. Y'all, you know who Enima is?
I do not.
So Enima is a rapper out of Quebec, actually. Out of Montreal, actually. But he's a French rapper. And he doesn't live here in Canada anymore.
Does he do French rap?
He does French rap. So the track is called Chrome Hearts. It's Enima featuring Bundog. Let me play a little bit of it because I didn't even get the chance to take in the whole tune. It's rapping in French.
Yeah, I figured Friday. I realized I wasn't English. Yo, he said more ops. Yo, rewind that. Rewind that.
He said my ops.
Did he say more ops? Like more?
Yeah.
More ops.
We love hip hop.
So, what do you think? Like, one, he's doing a collab with somebody speaking a complete different language. Keep in mind, Enima's popping too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's popping in French rap, right? Because French rap is a whole other genre. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like across different countries, like Canada, France,
Africa. Yeah.
So he's big in that realm.
Yeah.
Or just in Quebec and
No. He's bigger in he's bigger in these other places than he is in Quebec. Even though he's big in Quebec, keep in mind there's a limited population over there, right? So when these guys blow up from Quebec, they usually get most of their fan base from France and African countries that speak French.
That's actually so cool that their language has like a little more camaraderie than the English language. Like they don't really care where you're from as long as you're speaking French.
Yeah.
Whereas if we're English music, it's like, where are you from?
Yeah, because there's a few other Quebec rappers or Montreal rappers. Another guy named Inuk, who is from my neighborhood in Montreal, who blew up but he didn't really blow up in Quebec. He blew up in France. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think Bundog killed it, and shout out to Enima. Enima, he did good.
Yeah.
Me personally, like, I don't know why, but for me, French language as rap, like it never hit for me. You know, I prefer like French songs where like they're singing or like it's still fast, but not like rap. You know, I'm cool with Spanish rap. I'm cool with rapping like other languages, but for some reason in French, maybe it's because like I did elementary school French here, like it just doesn't hit the same. Like, just see my option in the park, like, you know, like, like
yo, bro, you should hear the drill rap, bro. That's more just regular rap.
Yeah,
there's drill rappers in Quebec that are talking, or in Montreal talking their shit, bro.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I just never felt like it sounded as good as English rap.
Does it sound? Like, okay, I can understand me myself, even as somebody who speaks French. I don't even understand French rap like that.
Really?
No. Like, I hear the words, I understand the words, but like I don't understand all the phrases when they're rapping them, right? But beside the language barrier, is it the flows and all that? Like, because I know the UK rappers have a hard time getting over too, and they're actually speaking English.
I don't know. I think it's just the type of music, and maybe it's because I've been accustomed to hip hop being in English. Because like someone like Stromae, you know Stromae?
No.
You know, like Papaute Allon. Dun, dun, dun,
are these like African guys?
I think he's Swiss, but he's like a light-skinned dude.
Swiss.
Yeah, but he's like global. But like I like that type of French music, like poppy French music, you know what I'm saying? But I could never find like a sick. Maybe you could like put me on to like a sick French rapper that like, I could listen to. Or maybe it's like you have to know how to speak French. Cause I can listen to Spanish music and I don't really speak Spanish like that.
I can't put you onto the poppin' French rappers. Like,
who are the poppin' French rappers right now?
Yes. You know who we need to go check out? Salute to Rap Politique. That's a French, or not just French, but that's a Montreal podcast. And they interview bare Quebec rappers, English and French ones, but they interview a lot of French ones, and they also speak French. So that's the problem too. Like if you don't speak French, and then you go to, like, let's say to watch a podcast and whatever, and they're interviewing a French rapper, they're going to be speaking French.
But you can learn French like that. I feel like
yes,
if you have like a basic understanding of French growing up here, and then you watch those podcasts and you watch a bunch of French content, like you'll probably just learn French, and that'll be beneficial.
Yeah. But like, I guess it's harder to get into French rap if it's not your first language or even your second language, because it's like, what, I gotta listen to it and watch the subtitles? Like, wagwan.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is, because with rap, you kind of need to understand what they're saying to an extent.
Yes.
Whereas with pop music, you just need to be able to dance.
You just feel the vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's probably what limits the French market here in like Anglophone markets, because I know a lot of Quebec rappers face this like crisis of like, should I do English or French music?
Yes.
And some of them will try to do English music, but their English isn't actually that good.
You can hear their accent, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, man?
Like,
and it's like, bro, you sound like a French guy.
Well, they sound like English is their second language.
Yeah. And that doesn't translate well as a rapper either. So it's like, you may as well rap in French and try to get the European and like the African audiences. But listen, man, salute to Bundog. I think it's a good look, because he's opening himself up to other audiences outside of North America. And Enima's always been doing his thing. Yo, Enima, pull up, bro. Let's get this interview going, man. You're playing, bro.
How do you say pull up in French? Allez. No.
Vas-y or bien. I don't know.
Bro, do you speak French for real?
I speak French, but like, bro, my French is rusty, bro. I got to go over there for like about a couple of days, and then it kind of drops back in. You know what I'm saying?
Do you say like, how do you say my name? Je m'appelle Vendredi?
Je m'appelle Friday. I wouldn't say Vendredi. I wouldn't translate it, because
Je m'appelle Vendredi?
That's the stage name or whatever, or my on-air name. Like, I don't know if you translate that in French and stuff, but you know, salute to all my Quebecois.
The Arabs are calling you Jumma.
That does happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Vendredi, Jumma.
Yeah. Salute to Voices from the Staircase. That's what they call me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Salute to Enima and salute to Bundog, bro.
We love hip-hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen, and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip-hop.